So, this is the part in the show that I have been looking forward to. Celebrating savages, people doing things that are extreme, sick.
Yep.
You have to have something broken in your head to do something barbaric. We're going to take a time to celebrate those people, those men and women out there grinding. And man, we got a story for you today.
Dude, tell me a little bit about it, man. I can't wait to
got a story to you today. So I have this friend, little backstory. I have a friend. Her name is Megan. She's a couple years younger than me. She's a savage. She works for her mom and dad, and she works like doing accounting something like that for some financing. But her dad started some company making some computer stuff, right? Or some hospital stuff. I don't know. Tech stuff. Like, let's just say that. And, or medical stuff or something. But, so she works for that. This girl's an absolute savage. Always working. Always.
One of those.
I'm always proud of my friends. I always keep track, but I was caught off guard by this, and that's why this is number one. This is fitting for the first Barbarian Brief. And that's what we're going to call this segment, folks. The Barbarian Brief. Number one, Megan Spooner. Ladies and gentlemen. 3 months ago, I decided to sign up for a Beastman triathlon. 800-meter swim, 60-mile bike ride, and half marathon run. I wanted something to push myself to another level. I wanted something that wouldn't come easy for me. I wasn't worried about times. All I wanted to do was finish this race. The weather for the bike ride was absolutely horrible. It snowed for miles on the ride up Mount Bachelor. I don't think I've ever been in my life so cold. Miles 1 and 2 and 10 and 13 of the run were excruciating. I wanted to quit multiple times, of course. Quitting was not an option. This race was probably one of the hardest things mentally and physically I have ever done. I finished 5th female overall and 1st in my age bracket for my first triathlon ever. I was so proud of myself for pushing through. I beat my times for swimming and the bike ride by a long shot for anything I trained previously. My support group this weekend meant the world to me. I'm not going to share that part because that's personal to her. But the theme for this race was "What's Your Why?" And I thought it was very fitting for my first triathlon. To expand on this, I asked my friend, dude, you didn't even say anything about this. I had no idea. You just cold turkey started training for a triathlon.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Dude. And so I was curious, like, what is going on? And so I asked her about it, and I want to read you what she said. No joke, mentally the hardest thing. I thought I was going to die on the mountain. They didn't bring my bag of long sleeves or gloves to transition, so I was hammered with snow for 30 miles in just my tank top and shorts.
That's brutal.
Brutal. I still barely have feeling in my fingertips, and my lungs are trash. But I placed, and I am so proud of myself. This was 6 days later. At one point on the mountain, I actually thought I might die. Every biker had hats, long sleeves, jackets, windshields, gloves, etc. The snow froze my water, and it broke off my wrist. My chain froze. My glasses were frozen. I had no brakes descending down the mountain because my hands were so frozen and purple, I actually couldn't move them to touch the brakes. My arms and legs were so burnt and swollen, but no matter the pain, I refused to quit. I didn't care if I came in last place. I was going to finish.
Dude, that's amazing.
Incredible.
Like straight up.
I got goosebumps just reading that to you.
Doubt, dude. Like the mental tenacity it takes to like overcome that stuff is just like next level.
Barbaric. That is a barbarian, ladies and gentlemen. That
to the definition
is a barbarian. 6 months ago, I just decided I'm going to do a triathlon, a Beastman triathlon.
And then to come in hot and place 5th, just
5th overall in the women's, 1st in your age group.
Yeah.
And I think, Megan, don't kill it. I think she's young, man. Young, low 30s, 1st.
That's awesome.
Man, you better step up. We about to get clubbed by the chicks now.
Step your game up, fellas.
Better step your game up. Man, so Megan Spooner, insert all that barbaric. Boom, 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 boom. Insert that here. You're a savage, you're a barbarian, and you got our respect. And wouldn't it be a treat if we could get her on the show to talk mindset?
Yep.
Wouldn't that be a treat?
Herself, be rad.
That would be a treat. Let's give these people some answers. Let's give them some more value. Wrapping up episode 1, we said frequently asked questions. So one thing we want to do on this show is provide you guys, we want to just answer questions for you. So my friend Tyler here, my man, is going to help you guys. He's going to read me some questions. We're just going to have a conversation for you very briefly. I'm going to give you my take. We're going to do the same thing going forward with our guests and other people too. So this show is going to develop. We're going to ask them to get involved in giveaways and give back to our community. We're going to ask them to give us information that will help them grow, right?
Yes, sir.
Help us be better. So that's what I'm going to do today.
Strengthen our community, man.
Strengthen our community. I love it. That's why I brought you here. So hit me with some of these FAQs.
Right. So the first frequently asked question that we have is, what are the requirements for a blue collar worker?
A pulse. A pulse.
If you're alive, you can make it happen.
Yes, literally. But hey, with that, everywhere, blue collar jobs, anything that's manual labor, it's hurting. It needs people. It needs somebody with a pulse. That's what you need. But to expand, you go back to our list. If you come at it with a great attitude, come out with a good work ethic, you're hungry to learn, you're eager, you're interested in what's going on, that's what you need. You just need the right attitude and a can't break mindset. And you got to be willing to learn and you got to be alive.
Solid.
Solid.
All right, so question number 2, what is a blue collar barbarian? What is it all about?
What is a blue collar barbarian? Damn. Well, traditionally a blue collar barbarian, blue collar would be factory workers, manufacturing, physical labor, construction, farming. The list goes on. Anything that costs manual labor. But I'd like to think to me that it's changed. I think the landscape's changed entirely.
For sure.
I would make an argument that entrepreneurs are blue collar now.
Yeah, 100%. They're building their company with their hands,
with their hands and their minds, and they're invested 100%. You know,
for sure.
That's not white collar. It's not just sitting in front of a computer. That's building and grinding and leading people and
100%.
Being in the trenches with your people. And so to me, a blue collar barbarian, it's not your traditional definition of blue collar that comes to just farming and construction or you know, these other related industries without going too far on this. But I personally think a blue collar, my definition of a blue collar barbarian would be, it's anybody out there that won't stop, that's in the trenches working, that's grinding, fighting for their life every day, that knows what it's like to endure an incredible amount of suffering, but not let it affect their performance, not let it affect what needs to be done. It's the guy that shows up every day. It's the guy that shows up regardless how he feels. It's the guy that shows up hungry every day and excited, optimistic about what's coming. A blue collar barbarian is a killer. He goes out there and there's nothing that will stand in his way.
Just ready to get it.
It's me. He's you.
Yes, sir.
He's all of us. He's just right here inside of us. We got to wake him up.
Okay, so the next question on the list of frequently asked questions is different kinds of blue collar jobs.
Different kinds. Great question. So I'm going to speak to the stuff that I really personally kind of know. I'm going to give you some example. I'll miss a ton, I'm sure, but I'm just going to spitfire some things that come to my mind. Painters, construction workers, heavy equipment operators, truck drivers, crane operators, iron workers, electricians, plumbers, low voltage guys, farmers, ranchers. I think honestly, I do think of business people like Andy Frisilla. I think of like those entrepreneurial types. I think of those people that are out there. I know they're like, say some of these guys are running like shirt companies and different stuff like that. I think these small business owners are really blue collar. I think they're barbaric too.
For sure.
I think they're barbaric too. A lot of these guys are willing to put it all on the line to chase their dreams, and that's something I greatly respect. So I think that blue collar thing is kind of loose. I'd say if you don't sit in front of your computer all day and you're actively involved in building whatever it is, whatever that is to you, I think that's where blue collar barbarian is.
For sure. So next question we have is, can a blue collar job make more than a white collar job?
Ooh, that's a great question. And the old answer traditionally would be no. But the funny thing is, if you look around in the world, a lot of these blue collar guys are the ones starting these jobs that these white collar guys go and make all the money at. So I would say yes. I think the guy with the right amount of grit could. But I don't think it's going to come easy. Make no mistake. I spent 10 years trying to become the best. 10 years.
It's a fight.
It's a fight every day, but it's a fight worth having.
All right, so the last question we have today is, what challenges exist in blue collar work and not white collar work?
Okay. Physical labor.
100%.
First and foremost, physical labor.
Like you said, in the trenches.
In the trenches. You got to be gritty. You got to be, it's not long hours staring at a screen. Sometimes it is though.
Sometimes.
Right? When you're grinding, doing editing these shows or filming your people, there's an element to where you're out there in the field. How many hours are you out there when you're filming hunts for people?
I've been in the field for 14, 16 hours a day, like in the rain, just in the struggle, just up mountains.
In the struggle, in the fight, in the mix, in the, whether it's with a camera.
No water, none of it, dude. Just
grinding.
Hours.
Grinding. That is a struggle that a lot of white collar stuff doesn't know. And you know what else? That can't be replaced by technology.
No, sir.
Something to think about. Let's wrap this show up. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to close the show. Tyler, I want to thank you for coming on and helping me answer these questions and giving these guys some awesome perspective. And I want to close the show today by thanking you for being here, thanking our men and women that serve. We will not forget you. I promise you are everything to us. And I want to encourage you to win. I want to encourage you to dream bigger, stop settling, and become a motherfucking barbarian.
Yeah, buddy.
Have a great day, everyone.